What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Battle of Boomtown 4, presented by Bomb Squad Disc Golf, and this is Ace Run Productions coverage. Big thanks to MG Thomas, Electric, Fairways of Canton, as always, for being out on this beautiful property in the dead heat of the summer, the 17th and 18th of July. I'm Austin Lytle, joined here with MTV, Matt Versola. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Happy to be back here. We got the MPO feature card, round one, kicking things off here at Fairways of Canton. Beautiful golf course property up in Northwest Georgia.
Yeah, man, we got England's own Josh Birmingham and three previous winners, Ezra and Isaac Robinson and JoJo Bonet. So we'll see how these guys attack this course. It starts you off with a mean 1,000-footer. It's not mean, but it's, two good shots will get you up there and a look for an eagle, but there's also a bunker in play you have to navigate, and OB right and left. So definitely adds a little more difficulty this year putting that OB line in there.
Ezra's already asking for two off the first to start the tournament. Looking for a Texas start here.
Leading us off, this is Josh Birmingham.
Visiting us from across the pond.
Yeah, he's here from across the pond. Good stand-up hyzer. Shouldn't have any worries about the OB.
Right in the center of the fairway.
That's what you want. The young superstar himself. Oh, that's got to get some stability. And it does. He turned around and MJ'd it. Oh, no, it didn't.
That was kind of deceiving. It looked like it was going to be coming back in bounds, but he's going to have to, he's going to be at least a couple hundred feet back.
Yeah,
there.
He's going to be way back. And JoJo Bonet demonstrating how to throw a backhand.
Nice to see JoJo, predominantly sidearm player, with that backhand out there, pretty much even with Josh.
And Isaac saw his brothers flip a little on him, so he's making the correction.
So it looks like they gave him the benefit of the doubt here, and he didn't have to take it
directly off the tee.
Yeah, that looked to me like it wasn't in bounds for a while, but they'd know better than I standing from the tee.
Gives it a good long rip up there. Yeah, we backed the tee box up this year and added the extra OB on the left, so I definitely think the 3 is kind of out of play. I mean, it's there for the taking, but
JoJo lets it go a little wide here. Yeah. He's going to have that hill to contend with on his upshot, but still not much between him and the pin. Just about judging that distance.
Plays it way safe.
Still keeping it wide of that bunker, though.
I mean, it's the first hole. You don't want to add strokes to yourself by throwing it in that bunker.
This is a very easy birdie 4.
Should be routine for most.
You throw 3 hyzers and you should be right next to the pin. Isaac with the hyzer flip action here. Does he have the distance?
Oh.
And he just hits the lip of the bunker. That's unfortunate. Bunker's playing as a hazard in this tournament.
Correct. You play from the bunker with a 1-stroke penalty.
JoJo comes up a little short, gets a little unhealthy action away from the pin. Still just outside the circle.
I mean, this is definitely the first hole. It's like the most open hole on the entire course. So wind is whipping a little bit.
Josh looks like he's running it here.
Ooh. A little tickle.
Ezra with his tuxedo socks on from about 65 feet.
I mean, it's a safe par. Sure, Isaac will be running this. Or laying up.
So unexpected. Looks like the Robinson brothers might both be taking a par here.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, It looks like it would just be an easy 1, 2, 3, 4, but I mean, we're seeing 3 5s now. I think they added OB and the added distance off the tee definitely helps.
There you go.
Across the pond, gets him a birdie.
Able to drop it in the bottom right pocket.
It always feels good to make the first putt.
So we're going to see a par from Ezra, from JoJo as well, and Isaac.
Nice.
Slow start, but plenty of golf left.
Plenty of golf left.
Coming up here, we've got hole 2. It's an uphill par 3. The distance is a little bit deceiving here because it says 345, but it plays much longer with the uphill grade of this shot.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like it's pins 345, but it plays more about 400, 420. Let's see what Josh does. That was a big hyzer up in there. Oh yeah, looks about circle's edge, maybe inside, a little bit inside circle. Yeah, that's the line, I think.
This looks like the ideal shot here from Ezra.
Oh, just a little, yeah. Great shot. JoJo's going the low route. Just didn't get it up.
Luckily, he was able to clear the bunker and the green there.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Isaac. And I'd say they were a little upset about taking a 5 on the first hole. Do it like that. Ooh.
JoJo swings it wide, and he's probably still around the edge of the circle there.
Yeah, probably about 20.
Should be able to
25.
capitalize from there. And he leaves his putt low on line, but
Just a little
under the cage.
There it is. That's a great start. Back-to-back birdies.
And this is going to be an easy birdie for the Robinson brothers both.
Disc family Robinson.
No, just leave it there, Isaac. There you go.
And off to a little bit of a shaky start, but I'm sure JoJo will bounce back, no problem. Here we are, dude. Hole 3. The sidearmer's dream. 440 feet downhill. It says 440, probably plays about 400. You're wanting to go down, get a little skip right here off the car path or just inside of it and get up as close as you can to an elevated basket. Yeah. That's what
This
it
was
is.
deceiving. The mistake that most people make, the mistake to avoid, is
Going early into the woods.
going early right into those woods. Anywhere other than that, it's pretty much a guaranteed 3.
Unless,
Except maybe over here.
yeah, you don't really want to go left. The idea is never to go left. I think this looks like a mid-range from Ezra. He's probably going to play like a long turnover for him.
The backhand, righty backhand wide turnover works really well. The
I've seen rollers work very well.
Sidearm. But the key is to get the distance before you go right.
Yes. Because as you can see, that there is no real fairway over there.
This one looks a little bit early from Isaac, too. He throws it nice and wide, though. And it's still early.
Kicks him out at least. He's not stuck up in there.
That should be a routine 3 from there.
This is JoJo's. Oh, and he gooses that.
He's got something nice and overstable.
Oh,
There, a
yeah.
little skip. So he's going to stay outside the circle. That's a pretty severely uphill putt, but he's the
Yeah, he's
closest
at
one.
least pin high. he got the distance first. JoJo from about circle 2's edge. A good little pitch up to it. See if these Robinson boys can manufacture something.
So he did have a little bit of a gap there for that putt.
Yeah, it looks like he made his way down there a little bit.
Oh no, Josh.
Birdie.
I believe that was actually a par there from Ezra.
Yeah.
That was a bogey there from Josh.
Par from Ezra. Isaac.
So Josh is actually, I believe, 1 down at this point after that unfortunate bogey. But here we go. We digress. Hole 4, par 4, 425 feet. Nice little tee shot here. You can't go left. You can't go too far right. You got to kind of keep it down in the middle, set you up for an easy upshot. Some of these guys are going to be parking it, but there's a lot of danger near the pin. So,
yeah, there's not really much reward going for this basket because you go any bit long, you are OB.
And even a 30-foot putt on this hole is pretty hairy staring at that water.
Yeah, it says it's 425, but it's definitely not 425. Our distances were a little off this year, I would say, on the signs.
So it looks like they both turn it over early right.
But anything in the short grass works for it.
Big mistake you'll see a lot of backhands get into here is finishing too early left. Where this one is, that one's pretty stable. That's a great shot from JoJo. If you hyzer out left into that long grass, it just pretty much goes straight downhill, and it's really tough to see the pin or get anything close to the pin for a putt to save your par.
Yeah, so this water is really close behind that basket. You got to be real controlling with this shot. And Isaac displaying the touch, leaving himself about a 20, 25 footer. Inside circle's good though.
Even this is just kind of a nerve-wracking shot.
Oh, absolutely. It's 100 feet, but it's still.
And, you can see that there. Josh leaves it just a little bit short, but
outside the circle.
It's hard to fully commit to that shot when you know the water's right behind the pin.
Yep. And that's what can happen.
Unfortunately, JoJo finds that pond. This is probably the best angle to run the putt from.
How was his drive? That's a huge shot.
Yeah, I think that may have been his play to put it over there towards the right side so that he could actually run a longer putt more safely.
That would make sense. Wish I had that kind of distance to think about that stuff.
And accuracy.
Yeah.
So JoJo needs this one to save the par. He's gone quite a bit long here. Hey,
that's
very nice putt. Great correction on the first few holes where he was leaving it a little low. He knew he needed that putt, and he capitalized.
Yeah, he's already sitting at 1 over. He's got to do something to try to bounce back, and these boys aren't going to settle up.
That's a great putt to hit for JoJo at this point in the round to kind of spark things up going into these longer holes.
Yeah, not to downplay these birdies, but yeah, great putt by JoJo.
And he's leaving this hole with all of his plastic.
That's it. I actually picked mine up and just tossed it in the water. I wasn't happy with the disc. There we are. JoJo's at 1 over. Ezra, Isaac, and Josh are all at 2 down. And we're on to hole 5. This one's nice and easy. It says 435 on it, but it's playing more about 350. Straight shot. Only real danger is leaving it short, but you have no reason to leave a disc short with this backstop behind it.
Yeah, here you can pretty much just throw it into the hill or throw something that skips off of the green. But a relatively routine shot here that just kind of may visually trick you into thinking it's harder than it actually is.
Correct, and that's that was the idea behind the design. Nice, very nice by the Robinsons. JoJo's going with that Sexton Firebird. Ooh, just barely running it.
Nice little run, a little wide, but that's going to be kind of a little tricky putt going back towards the green.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea behind it is if you get it high going too fast, you will have a tricky putt coming back. But that is an absolute leaner. Josh Birmingham. JoJo really needs this one. Wind looks like it's starting to pick up. Oh,
and he got the putt up after the first couple of holes, and unfortunately looked
right
like
onto the green.
Maybe he put that into a headwind and left it high. It squares that one up nicely.
A little fed up with it, but likely understandable. Very understandable. The rest of these boys are going to clean up for birdies.
I'm loving these tuxedo socks that Ezra's got on.
Everybody's sock game looks like it's pretty strong. Josh's looks like he's wearing dress socks. So it was golf course attire. So of course you got to have your nice socks.
All right, I'm surprised we didn't see any chaps out there.
Yeah, maybe we'd be lucky in the second round to see that. All right, hole 6, 606. Straight at it, par 4. Hazards in OB to the right, but you have all this land to the left to just throw the biggest hyzer that you can and then have your upshot.
The only thing really that's controlling your shot here are these trees right off the tee. If you're going to rip one big and try to make that full 606 up right here, you have to at least be able to control it where it's going to go. There's not going to be any big Anheuser shots that make it out there because of those trees right off the tee.
And you don't want to shoot it into those woods.
That's a little early there from Ezra.
That's more of the ideal play from Isaac. I think his little brother scared him off of that shot.
With that more direct route, you almost have a little bit of a low ceiling there. And Josh throws a great shot. JoJo's going for the flick roller.
It's got a good little angle on it right now.
Looks like it's holding up pretty nicely. And it's nice and stable, so it's going to stay tracking towards the pin the whole way.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Those MVP discs roll like nothing else.
It's like it's got a rubber tire on the outside. That is an amazing roller.
It hangs out there a little wide, but he's going to have a putt.
Yeah, probably around circle's edge.
We're just looking at distance control here.
Yeah, you don't really want to get it too high ever on a golf course.
This has got a chance. Well, there you go. Still inside the circle. Looks like the wind's picked up out here now that we're up at elevation.
JoJo's got a nice little eagle putt. He could really use it to set him back to par. Dang, I wanted that one to go in.
I wanted that one for JoJo too.
Oh, like it was nothing. That was a nice casual 30-footer. From both of them. Both the Robinson boys making good from the long putts.
Nice casual, easy 33-footer.
As you see, it is really not that easy.
The Robinson boys sure do make it look casual.
Oh, 1030 boys.
1030 boy club. There we go through 6 holes, folks. This is hole 7 here. Par 3, 300 feet, throwing into the bowl. This is arguably one of the easiest par 3s, easiest holes on the course to gain a stroke on some competitors here. Another one that's just kind of visually a little harder than it actually is.
This one says come and ace me. To me.
So we are OB right of that path. It's all about just getting it out there, making sure you're hitting that 300-foot distance.
Yep.
And rolling down the hill right to the pin.
Ooh.
Decent little ace run right over the top.
There it is. Looks like the wind has definitely picked up. These guys teed off a little bit later in the afternoon.
That was a great shot from JoJo. If the
Yeah.
grass was cut a little bit lower, that would have definitely had some potential to skip up and in.
Oh, yeah. And Josh just leaves that one a little low and right. See if he can make up for it on the green. Oh, close bid. And look at Conrad just walking away because he knows the kids are going to make their putts.
Got to get in position for that next hole.
That's that. Absolutely it, man.
Again, that was a rare moment, rare sighting.
Rare sighting of the
Part of the ARP crew out there working hard in this Georgia heat to make sure we capture every shot of this.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Conrad, he probably was just wanting to get moving in a golf cart and quit standing in dead heat. There you go, boys. 3 birdies, 1 par. Easy as it gets. Moving on to hole 8 here. We have combined 2 holes from last year. This was an old island hole and a little short par 3, and we've made them a pretty difficult par 4 up the hill, 765. And it plays every bit of 800 with a very treacherous green at the finish. I'm anxious to see how these guys attack this hole.
If you don't get at least 400 plus feet on this tee shot,
That green that comes out of question.
you're pretty much playing for 4. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going slightly uphill the whole way. Both of these, the Robinson boys have thrown a great drive. Great positions. Big brother up, 1-ups, little brother.
Isaac says he wants to watch Ezra throw his up shot first. JoJo gets it under the wind there.
Ah,
He's lucky to not have cut rolled, but and that's one of those shots where he's probably going to be playing for a 4 here just because how much danger is surrounding that green.
yeah, so this whole, the entire hill, it's fading right there where Josh's disc is. So all discs have a tendency to fade there. So it takes throwing a pretty overstable disc to get up to the top of that hill. And that was a great shot from JoJo. Good recovery shot. Stays out of the trouble.
Great shot, but again, he's still going to be left short there. Josh is in danger of finishing too early.
Yes. That's the problem you make. If you don't cover 400 feet, you are facing another 400-foot shot to try to put it within 5 to 10.
This is one where it may be a little safer to play it out there to the right, kind of like Ezra's doing here, and let the disc finish back towards the pin or just slide up pin high.
That's perfect.
He is going to, if he runs that putt, he's going to run the risk of going past the pin and into the hazard.
Correct. That's a high stall shot. Oh, beautifully played by Isaac Robinson.
That shot's only available if you're making it a good ways down the fairway off the tee, like he sure did.
Absolutely. JoJo still got a little look here, though, too. About 45, 50 feet. That was like 60. Josh out of the hazard. Just off right.
So he was putting for 4 there with a 1-stroke penalty. So he's looking at a bogey 5 here after going in the hazard.
And Ezra makes clean. Not going to let his older brother show him up. And it's really kind of turning into a Robinson battle off the rip, showing them why they are previous champions. Here we are, Matty.
Hole 9. It's about that time. This is a new position that we are playing this year here that finishes slightly to the right, not quite in the woods, but just on the right side of that cart path. And this is one where the those are the players that are going to be going for it here. If you turn it too early, and this kind of looks like it's headed that direction,
it can get into some jail.
Pretty thick stuff over there. I think we lost a disc during practice there.
We sure did. And this, it says 426, but it is a lot longer than 426. And that was a fantastic shot by Isaac.
That was an excellent shot. Trees. Yeah, it was still a little early, and he got lucky through a couple of trees, but that was a great shot.
This looks kind of good, too.
Just a little early. Looks like he early released it just a hair, but he stays out of the deep trouble.
Yeah, but that's still early, though.
That last tree saved him from being a potential lost disc. And this is going to be a safe play here from Josh. He's going to be looking pretty much straight up at the pin.
Absolutely.
Taking the danger out of play.
So, yeah, this was a change that was brought to you by the tournament director, Keith Bomblin. He said we needed to add a little more challenge to the hole that was there last year. Last year was just in the wide open 400 feet.
Ooh, a nice run, but a little long there from JoJo.
So we threw it in the woods, and this is what we got.
Where was this hole previously?
About where Josh is standing. Maybe about 100 feet to the left of him.
Okay, without a bounds to the right of the cart path?
Right of the cart path, which wasn't...
Oh, and Ezra's not happy about that one.
Which wasn't really in play, but over here, I mean, it's bringing score separation.
Oh, and Ezra almost drains it from back there. Look at this.
Jeez,
I went up there and did a little nose manual and put it in reverse.
That doesn't happen to a world champ. Oh, JoJo.
JoJo gets a little sail from that tailwind. Why is that tree wrapped in caution tape?
Tree wrapped in caution tape was to notify you where the basket was because the basket was kind of blind off the tee.
So you could step out and see that wrapped tree.
Correct. Oh, you could see the wrapped tree from the tee.
Okay. And
you could even pin it with your rangefinder. It was just a good reference point, and that's why we did it. It's fantastic birdie by Isaac. I don't think this hole was birdied by that many people. And that definitely, obviously, big strokes up on folks, bringing him to the lead on the card after 9. It's Isaac. Ezra's right behind him. JoJo, Josh Birmingham, they're back there looking to get better on the next 18 holes. We'll say that.
Well, guys, thanks for hanging in there. We'll see you on the next 9.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more.
See you there, boy.